What is up, guys, and welcome to another Bowjinjin Plays PSU Dark Souls Edition Ultimate Helmet Challenge. So, we're back, and we in there. We're on this mission to escort the Divine Maiden to the, this place. Which is fucking beautiful. How pretty is that?
That is the sacred grounds of Guerrero.
Oh, I missed her voice so much.
It will take a moment to set up the equipment. If you don't mind, maiden, would you please wait here?
I would marry her voice.
Certainly.
Mr. Weber, I'll leave it to you to keep watch over the maiden.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go, Lou.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. Oh, dramatic tension. What's gonna happen? Yeah, awkward silence.
How have you been?
Fine, Karen. I mean, Maiden.
Oh, it's alright. It's just the two of us here.
Okay, Karen.
It's been so long since we've talked like this.
Yeah, you seem so busy with all that Maiden stuff.
Yeah. I've traveled all over, meeting all sorts of people. And I realized just how many people out there really do need my help. I can feel myself changing little by little.
Changing? What do you mean?
Well, that I no longer belong only to myself. I belong to everyone. I can feel this bond with the people, stronger than ever. I was so alone without my mother, and then I lost Mireille. Now I have something to fight for.
Something to fight for?
And Ethan, you're here to fight for me, right?
Huh? Yeah, of course.
I'm counting on you.
Oh boy. Damn. The feels were getting to me, which is why I shut up. Okay, so... What do we do? Do we fuck around with this guy? Do we just proceed? How long is this guy gonna take? I mean, there's no point. Like, either I do like a thing or fuck it. Whatever, man. It's just a sub boss. Kajibibari defeated.
I have nothing left to teach you.
No! I could have gotten a cool photon art or something. Shit. Damn it. Karen, are you alright? Yeah, it's just hard to move around in this getup. I guess you can use technics now, huh? Well, I'm still in training. Well, they're probably ready by now. Let's go. Alright. It's calling her. The thick is calling her. Come on, Karen. You know you want to give into the thick. Your thickness cannot be hidden.
Maiden, if you'd be so kind.
Yes.
Whoa. Hello, Divine Maiden.
Ah, yes. I can feel the light gathering.
Are you getting FF10 vibes? Because I am.
It's too dangerous to continue. We must stop.
There's something really beautiful about, like...
We haven't gone this far for nothing. I must continue.
Well, the way that games depict, like, ancient Japanese customs and stuff.
You let me do.
And I say ancient Japanese customs, like... I think it's more like kind of a certain part of Japan. Maybe, like... places like Okinawa.
Yes.
You know, places that are based more in, like... a more, like... religious, I guess, is a way of describing it. But like, you know, like FF10 does a similar thing with Yuna and the whole summoning thing. There's a lot of kind of like customary like Japanese kind of tradition that goes into that, if that makes sense. I can't believe the seed have spread this far already. This should slow down its progress toward the sacred grounds, but it's only a matter of time before security here is breached. Damn it! After ice comes the flame seed. What did I say? Hold on for a moment, please. S'il vous plaît. I've received a satellite update on the current state of infestation for this area. The infestation is growing at an unprecedented speed. The sacred grounds will be in danger soon in the current rate of infestation. What should we do? There are 6 seed girls in this area. If we can purify them all, we should be able to hold off any further infestation. But if we should fail, the Maiden, along with the sacred grounds, will probably be swallowed up by the seed. No way, I won't let that happen. I made a promise to Karen that I would protect her. Even so, at this time and at this scale, it is almost as if someone is intentionally creating this infestation. You think this is some kind of conspiracy? Like someone is manipulating the seed? That's kind of a strange way for a cast to say. Thing for a cast to say, what with no supporting proof. Well, before we worry about that, let's focus on stopping this current infestation. Yes, understood. Is she growing a heart? A soul? Oh, it's just me and Lou. What the fuck? Oh shit, let's do this. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to use my daggers. My dagger. And so it goes on and on. Melodies of life to the sky beyond the flying moon, forever and beyond. I love that song. It makes me cry every single time I listen to it. Like it actually does. That's what I mean, man. It's like, do you play many games nowadays that make you cry? Because I don't. You know, there are games I've played recently that kind of make me emotional and like make me feel a whole bunch of stuff. Like Danganronpa V3 and Danganronpa in the general is one of them. But like, not many games do that nowadays. I think it's because most games don't really have that in mind. Oh shit. Wrong thing. Oh, thank you, sexbot. It's my pleasure. And don't call me that, otherwise I'm going to have to use this ghost gun on you. Okay, sorry. Yeah, man. Zap it! Yeah, baby! You know what, sexbot? You may not be so bad. That's it. That's it. I'm going to fucking blast you. There's like one more, right? Is that one? What the fuck? It's still like, thingying. Wait, can I hit it now? Oh, okay, sweet. Maybe not to Miser X. God damn it. Yeah. I think that, it's like when it comes down to it, like, there's a lot of, like, let's say, contention when it comes to games, particularly like childhood games on the internet, right? I feel like on every single Let's Play video, like, there's always, like, there's always like massive debates on like, is this game any good and blah blah blah. I used to love this game, don't make fun of it, blah blah blah. And it's like, you know, people get into these massive slanging matches about why certain games are good and why they're not, and I think that's kind of, you know, it's an interesting discussion. But I feel like, okay, maybe I can't speak for most other people, but for myself, like, it's definitely that, like, games that I loved as a kid just made me feel something. You know, I mean, a lot of the times it is just blind nostalgia in the sense that, like, you just played a game when you were a kid, and as such, like, you have fond memories of playing it, you know, it was a much simpler time, much more happier time, you know, but, like, you know, and sometimes, like, it's just you kind of, you've played a game so much, this is another thing that could happen, is you play a game so much that you just kind of love it, you know. I think that anything you engage with for an extended period of time, you kind of eventually kind of get familiar with and have fun feelings towards, but, like, the games that, like, that really stand the test of time for me aren't necessarily, like, really well-designed games, but, like, they're games that make me feel something, you know. And, like, I will say this, right, I feel that this is, like, an apt time to say this, because, like, you know, I guess this playthrough was kind of semi-blind, because I really don't remember, like, much from the original game. Or rather from my original playthrough of this game, but, like, but I will say this, right, certain mechanics, you know, now that I'm playing through it again as an adult, and with a critical mind, have not aged well, right? The kind of combat is a bit janky in some ways, you know, like I have complained about in previous episodes. You know, the combat can be, the hit detection can be a bit iffy, and, like, there's the whole kind of, like, ow, you hurt me, why did you hurt me? Oh shit, I should be using my daggers, right? Damn, that shit hits hard. Yeah, like, the kind of movement is a bit weird when it comes to combat, because, like, it's weirdly sensitive, and, like, the lock-on is not as good as in PSO, because in PSO they actually, like I explained earlier, in an earlier episode rather, they kind of compensated for the fact, ouch, can you zap it please? Can you zap it? They compensated for the fact that, like, the hit detection wouldn't be very good, and the way they got around that was they made, like, a bespoke lock-on system, where, like, the lock-on was automatic and it wasn't dependent on, like, the actual enemy model, right, which was ingenious, right. It meant that, like, even though you weren't actually hitting the enemy's model, like, you know, as long as you were locked on, you were hitting the enemy, right. But in this game, like, they kind of probably were thinking, well, seeing as this is next gen, like, we probably can just rely on the fact that, like, the you know, the hit detection is going to be more accurate. But, like, as it turns out, the hit detection is janky, and just other things like you know, like, aiming is difficult. You can't lock on and aim at the same time when you're shooting, and it's difficult to kind of, like, hit, like, yeah, to lock onto an enemy and hit them properly, you know. And there are other things as well, like, there's more. Like, some of the segments are kind of tedious and repetitive, and some of the mini-game sections are fucking hilarious. Like, no, there it is. Like the fucking wave race section that we did, right? Even the Lunga section, you know, it's like fucking, I will always love Lungas till the day I die, right? I will always stand by them, but, like, god damn, like, that shit is weird, right? Like, all of these weird forced, like, minigame sections really is what it is. And like even this seed purification thing is like, it's okay. It's not that bad. It's not the worst thing that this game has to offer, right? But like, yeah, let's just say that like a lot of that shit has not aged well. However, like, after saying all of that, like, there is one thing I will say. It's like, after like coming back to the story of this game, because the whole kind of thing about this game compared to PSO is like, this game is more cinematic, right? You know, I think that was the direction they were heading in when designing this game. And I have to say that like the story and like the way that like the characters make you feel things in terms of what they go through, and just like their arcs, right, has been surprisingly really good, right? Because it's like, okay, even though I say that this game was designed to be cinematic, right, it's still not really a story game per se. You know, it's still really more of like an action RPG type of an affair, like a dungeon crawler type of thing. Oh shit, what why can't I what wait a minute. Okay. Is this a glitch? What the fuck is going on? I can't touch that. I have 8 HP. Why can't... maybe it's the wrong door. What was that blue thing? Did you guys see that? There's like a blue thing there. Is that where like my other two characters are? Is that what it is? That's weird. But thankfully there's another locked door over here, so I'm hoping that this is the right one. That was weird. There's like a scanner in it and it wouldn't open. What the fuck? But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, even though I say that this game is cinematic and, you know, as such, like, there's a bigger focus on story than in PSO, like, it's still not really, like, a story-centric game. Well, it is, but, like, it's not like a visual novel, for example. In a visual novel, the story is, like, the main thing, by far, right? So, like, things like Danganronpa and, like, Phoenix Wright and games such as that, like, the story has to be good because, like, well, it's a visual novel. Like, the story is the main component, right? But, like, in this game, it's like, there's action, and so, like, you wouldn't expect the story to be that well thought out. Because it's like, well, you know, it's... Even though, like, yeah, we make it cinematic, like, the story doesn't have to be that good, right, you know? People will forgive this game, like, if, like, the story is bad. Or like, if the story is passable, but, like, not stellar. And, like, the story by, you know... The story, by all accounts, is not, like, super, like, exemplary, you know, or anything like that. But, like, it's a lot better than I expected going into this. I was expecting, like, you know, like, the story's gonna be, like, quaint and, like, you know, a young man saves the world, you know? And, because that's what kind of PSO was, right? It had a bit of, like, conspiracy governmental stuff mixed in there, which was cool. But, like, it was a simple story about, like, okay, you know, like, you're a hunter and, like, your ship, your, like, the first spaceship with a bunch of people on board crashed, and, like, you have to find out what happened, you know? But, like, and I was expecting a similar thing for this game, you know? But, like, this game, in my opinion, does something better than PSO, which is, like, tells a very touching story that's very human. It's like there have been moments in this playthrough where I'm like, right? It's like it just caught me by surprise, like, you know, the whole, like, Ethan's struggles, right? He's not just some stupid protagonist, you know, like some, like, derpy, like, generic anime protagonist, even though he has some of those elements, right? Who's just like, I'm just gonna save the world, you know? It's like, he goes through periods where he doubts himself, He goes through periods where he doubts his own decision to become a guardian. He has like a complex motivation surrounding his desire to become a guardian, like something like his father was a guardian, and like his father died while you know, acting as a guardian. You know. Yeah, and like, it's just like his characterization has been deeper than both what I remember and what I expected from him, you know. Because like, for some reason I always remember him being like a silly, like Zeldinch type character who just fucks around, right? But like, he goes through some shit, you know. It's the same with Zell actually, you know, like that game. Like, you remember, like, the characters kind of, like, Zell in particular being, like, really derpy, right? But, like, when you replay it, he goes through some shit, you know, and he matures, and, like, it's the same with Ethan and a lot of the characters, right? Like, for example, like, the, yeah, I can't remember the exact details, but, like, wasn't there a bit in the middle of the story where he loses his drive and, like, He thinks that becoming a guardian is all that, but then he realizes that, like, you know, he has to do some like dark shit. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I probably have to destroy this thing, right? Okay. Sweet. And then, like, wasn't there that random scene where you go shopping with your sister as well? And like it was like surprisingly more heartfelt than like you could have ever imagined. It's like a stupid like, oh, I'm gonna go shopping with my sister, but like then she encourages you and like, you know, it's crazy, right? And then there's the whole thing of Karen and like, well, the motivations behind her family and like her sister dying and like all of this stuff, and it's like, it really like it just, you know, it really surprised me, you know. I'm genuinely surprised. Like, in all honesty, I did not expect the story in this game to hit me as much as it did. Because, like, the thing is, I'm a 29-year-old jaded person, right, you know. When you get to my age, you're at least a bit jaded, right? And by jaded, I mean, like, you know, you've seen shit, you know, like, even with games, you're like, you know, yeah, you know, I'm a big boy now, like, I've played these games, I've seen stories, like, real life is harder, you know, and more compelling in some ways, you know, but like, you know, that being the kind of person I am now, right, going back to this, I'm like, huh, like, I'm touched by this, it's weird, like, you know, on this channel and like in general, like all of my videos, I talk about how much like I love being inspired and heartfelt things, and like I'm all about that life. But it's like at the end of the day, I've become pretty cynical, you know, with age, and like I don't expect things to really hit me as much as they used to as a kid, right? But like, I will safely say that this game surprised me. Going back to it, like I'm being honest, like I'm not even like pulling anyone's leg here. It's like, I did not expect to be moved by the story as much as I am now. You know, like all of the stupid shit I've said like throughout this entire playthrough was because I was like, oh, this story's dumb. It's like, you know, not dumb, okay, the story's not dumb, but like it's like, yeah, it's just like a silly story about like a kid who saves the world, and there's a bunch of silly characters in there, and it's like, but like, guess what? Like, there are points where I was like the cutscene we saw just now, right? You know, between Karen and Ethan. I'm like, I was actually just the feels hit me. That's why I kind of didn't say anything, you know. But yeah, that's why this game is a classic to me. You know, it's like an underrated classic. I don't know if it's actually that underrated, because like it's beloved by many people, right? You know, I'm sure that the Phantasy Star the Phantasy Star fan base is massive, but you know, I don't know. I feel that maybe like at the time people were more like concerned about like God of War and shit like that, you know, and like Metal Gear Solid, and like Metal Gear Solid you know, 3 for example, you know, just Metal Gear Solid, like in general, like they're great games. I love them, but like because they're more like badass, I guess, like people like people feel more secure in liking them, I guess. You know, it's easy to like a game like MGS because it's like everyone loves it. It's a badass game about a badass soldier guy, you know, and like the story's cool. Like recently, like I rewatched someone playing MGS1, and like I'm blown away by it. You know, it's like you watch a game, right, and it's like you love a game, right, from your childhood, right, and then you play it again, or you watch someone play it, and you're like, wow, this is a cool game, you know, like I love this game. And like you discover that like even after years of not playing it, like you come back to it and you're like, this is still as good as I imagined, right? But then what happens, right, as an extension to this is like you live your life, you get older, and you like learn some things about yourself and about life, and like you mature and your wisdom deepens, right? Your perspective broadens, and you come back to it, and like it's still as good as you remember. However, like there are things about it that you realize now that you're older and wiser, and you're like, wow, this is really profound, right? Let me think of an example. There was a part, oh yeah, Psycho Mantis, right? I'm a bit. I mean, like, okay, spoilers, right? So cover your ears, right? If you haven't played MGS and you're planning to, I mean, to be honest, you should have played it by now. It's like a classic. Everyone talks about it, but yeah, like Psycho Mantis's death, right? So what the fuck? What the hell? Oh, I gotta do the other one, right? Sorry. Psycho Mantis's death, like, you know, it's a pretty like remarkable scene on its own, because it's like this crazy psychic guy, and he's like, then there's this crazy battle where you plug the controller in the second port, and like you, and he, you know, he tells you to put your controller down, and he moves it, and he reads your memory card, and you're like, whoa! As a kid, you're like, what the hell? This is so cool, right? And then like after this crazy fight where he's like throwing things at you with his like psychokinesis, right? And then like he's dying, and he's telling you about like how like he read everyone's mind that he came across, and it was all filled with like fucking lust and hate and violence and shit like that, and it made him sick. But like I rewatched that scene recently, and like I was like, whoa. You know, like something really hit me. Like I was like, whoa. Yeah, I'm not. I could talk about it, but I think I'm gonna like, you know, save you guys like the headache. But like basically like the things that he touches upon in his dying speech, like they really hit me. I was like, whoa, I didn't realize how profound. Oh shit, sorry, I'm getting distracted. What he was saying was, and then like some of the things that Snake says like throughout, like, you know, that game are just really, really profound. And it's like, if anything, it gives me a newfound respect for Hideo Kojima, like the guy behind, you know, the lore and the game, the vision of the game, right? It's like the reason why MGS1 is so special is like, not only was it revolutionary from a game design perspective, but it also like was like, that game was his consciousness, right? I feel like he kind of like put a lot of himself in that game in terms of his philosophies and his kind of wisdom, you know. And I feel the same way about Danganronpa as well, you know, in games such as that. It's like, you can tell when, like, there's just, like, the game... This is the great thing about auteurs, right? Video game auteurs, right? Which is basically, like a video game auteur is, like, kind of like a film director, right? But for video games, right? So like people like Hideo Kojima and like Suda 51, you know, of like No More Heroes and like things like that, Infamy, right? Who else is there? There's probably more. Yeah, but like in terms of video game auteurs, like Hideo Kojima is like the main one that everyone thinks about. And yeah, you know, and it's like it's so obvious when oh well, I guess yeah, because I mentioned it, Danganronpa, right? I guess that like Kodaka-san, who is the writer for that game, I'm guessing like he's as close to a video game author as you can get, right? You know, he's not quite as cinematic as like Hideo Kojima is, because like he actually wanted to become like a film director, right? But like yeah, like Kodaka-san, who is the scenario writer and like really the mastermind behind the whole Danganronpa series, you can feel the same thing with him, right? It's really obvious when a game
According to my calculations, you are capable
is not only someone's like kind of like vision in terms of how of making like a really original and like groundbreaking video game, but also like their philosophy and their vision, you know.
Mr. Weaver, there's more over here. Come quickly. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To return to the sacred grounds, it would be faster to continue ahead rather than turning back on the path we came on. Wait there, Karen. I'll be there soon. Here I go, Geronimo.
I'm gonna fight a boss, don't I? We'll see how it is. If it's like a... I need a save point, though. Yes, save point. And it's Mr. Merchant Man. Bruce?
Long time no see, kid. How you doing? Bruce, it is dangerous here, and it is also against the rules for you to be here. Always a stickler for the rules, aren't you? Well, rules are made to be broken, my little friend. Besides, someone's got to keep an eye out for you.
Something like that, right?
That isn't any of your concern.
You're breaking my heart, Lou.
You're breaking my heart, Lou.
Well, let's save the chit-chat for later. You've got to get to the sacred grounds quickly, right? Stock up and get supplied here before you go.
I knew I can count on you, Bruce. The mission being classified, I shall leave you this out of their belt.
Thanks, Dolph. I knew you had it in you.
Stick it where the...
know what I was trying to say there? Okay, let's stock up and get the fuck out of here. Do I have to do another section? I don't mind making this a longer episode, because this is the last recording, so... Okay, do you have any photon arts or anything useful? How do I compare with my own... He's only got weapons and items. That's disappointing. Dude, come on. You never have anything good to sell. You know? You're no Resident Evil 4 merchant man, that's for sure. Okay, I think... Whoa. Can I lead them back here? Can I make them attack Bruce? I can. Kill him! Oh, they can't pass through this boundary, I guess. Maybe. I hate wasps. When do I get a second hit?
I want my second hit, boy.
Yeah, anyway, what was I talking about? I was talking about video game auteurs. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like another modern example is like Toby Fox of Undertale infamy. Like you can tell that game is his, right? No, you can kind of feel him. You can feel him. You can kind of feel him in the game, you know. And it's the same with like MGS and Danganronpa. You know, that's why that's why, like, you know, I guess it attracts you because it's like a human. It's like a human experience, you know. But anyway. Boss time.
Meteor?
What?
Marcus? You're supposed to be dead.
Il vive! Il vive! Il devrait être mort.
What?
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. What did he say? Something about mutation or some shit? I don't know. Oh god. What do I do? What do I do? I haven't saved my game. I did save my game. Should I give it a go?
Hey Joe, you wanna give it a go? Oh, itchy, kitchy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Kitchy, kitchy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh! Mocha chocolate, yeah, yeah. Real baby marmalade. Ow, ow.
Okay. Let me think here. He's fucking strong as AF, right? So, what do I do? Do I just... Maybe I should just try and kill him normally. So, let me turn off my thing. Okay. Alright, so I've got normal strength now. Let's just try and kill him normally, I guess. Ow! Ah! Holy fuck. This guy's not messing around. Eat shit, bitch! Oh no! He's a dark, right? He's a dark, so I need to use something light. Do I have anything light? Oh! I don't have anything light. Fuck. I have nothing light? Nothing?
Rien? Nande monai?
Come on, man. I've got no light at based attacks. Shit. Okay. Well, at least she's alive now. Shut up. You're weak. Your mom's weak. Yeah. Oh boy.
Ganondorf? No! Ow! That's smart!
Let's see. Maybe if I use my gowns. Hiya! Take that! Have that! Oh! Okay, let's oh fuck. Fucking hell, man. What am I healing? Where's that? Oh, I do have wheel. Let me put those on real quick. Put my die mates on. Okay. Fuck you, man. Oh shit, wrong thing. Ah! This isn't Tekken. This is Fantasy Star Universe. Stop doing moves. Where'd he go? That misses sometimes. I guess I gotta do like a hit and run type of strategy. Dodge his attack and then run. Attack. Miss. Do no damage. Shut up, man. You're annoying. Oh, fuck. Okay, this seems like a decent strategy. That has to be a way for me to dodge it. I think I just need to pan hard left or something. Fuck you! Oh yeah, baby! Ah! Damn it. Oh, shit. The AoE. Fuck you! I can do this. I can feel it. Ouch. Damn it. Yeah, baby. Oh god. I'm paralyzed with love for you. Ah! Yeah, baby. It's like this feels like fucking Mike Tyson's Punch Out or something. Fuck you. Yeah. Okay, I'm doing more damage than that for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Shit. At least he's not healing himself. That would be really bad. Don't go into his draining thing. I'm good. As long as I don't fuck up, I'll be fine. Just heal. Take it. Oh god. Get hit. Get back up. Hit him. Oh. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh. Get a hit in and then run, heal if I need to. Shit. Stupid capoeira ring motherfucker. Who is he? Tom from Shenmue? Doing fucking tornado kick? Shit. Get out of there. I wonder what that spell. That spell's cool. I want to learn that spell. What is that spell? That'd be so useful. Because you could cast that shit. I don't know if I can because I'm a fucking Ethan Weber over here, but like... You could cast that and it would kill, like, it would kind of prevent, like, people from coming up and stabbing you in the back, as it were. Okay, at least I'm dodging some of the time. Honestly, I think that's probably better. Like, the stupid wind-up punch, it does a lot of damage, but, like, it also takes a long time to... It takes a long time to charge up. And it makes you kind of like a sitting duck, basically. Oh god. Is that Lou? Oh god. Yeah, I mean that does the most damage. But, you know, maybe I should use it more. Yeah, baby. That does do the most damage, honestly. Right, a PP-piece. Need PP. Eat this, man! This pepper beef is too damn spicy! Yeah! Woo!
I must lower my expectations.
Shut
of my
up.
abilities.
You're the one who kept dying. I was the only one who did any work during that fight. So you can just be sex doll forever. I think you need to redefine your definition of one, because that thing, yeah, I just did that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, where am I? He got away! What the heck is going on? Did he have something to do with those machines from before?
No, I don't know. I suppose it's possible.
But never mind that. Do you think that seed attack was Magashi's doing?
I cannot say.
What is he trying to do?
Stop asking me questions I don't know how to answer.
Is that all you can say?
Fucking sex robot. Think for a second. I will only say that I know what I know for certain. If we rush into speculation, we could play right into their hands. Please calm yourself, Mr. Weber. Tais-toi. Now we must focus our attention on more immediate matters. Specifically, we must ensure that the divination is performed successfully. If we can't do that, then it is unlikely that we will be able to accomplish anything.
I know. You're right, Lou. I'm sorry. I guess I let myself get worked up.
Forget it. Soon we will have the results of the divination. Let's return to the doctor's location.
Okay.
Please. Please, baby.
Ooh. Light show. Fireworks. Go, go, go. That's not Karen. Oh, it was. Sorry. I was like, that's not Karen. She's not thick enough. She is. I'm just blind. I thought it was that other guy, Roots, or whatever his fucking name is. They both look the same from behind. Gross. Whoa, what the fuck? What the hell? What the heck? I like that rainbow effect though. Rainbow halo. Oh. What the fuck is going on? Why are these guys fighting? You sunk my battleship. No, I didn't. Fuck you, stupid metal man. Why are you so difficult to hammer down? Why can't I cut you with my lightsaber hands? Whoa. As ominous as that music was, that scene was beautiful. The altar of divination.
Excellent. We got everything we needed.
The results are better.
Okay, Dr. B.
You've done it, Karen. Thanks. Karen!
Oh! No! She collapsed. No, don't play the sad music. Don't tug on my heartstrings, please.
I'm glad I could help.
What are you saying, you fool?
You hear me?
Do you think Mira would be pleased?
Yeah.
Shut up and kiss me.
Karen.
She ain't dead, is she? Don't be dead. Please don't be dead. No. No! You can't leave it on a cliffhanger like that. Oh boy.
Better day. Better day. Fucking, I love that song. Unless you couldn't tell. Anyway, I guess we did that chapter.
At last, the time of the unification point draws near. Assigned to protect the Motub confinement system, Ethan and his companions encounter an intolerant Fullian Kurtz, who refuses to work with them. Will the plan to stop the Seed succeed with such hostility between supposed allies? Next time on Phantasy Star Universe, Unification Point.
I don't remember this at all. Holy shit. Okay. I don't want to do this, guys. I really don't. I can't, like, mostly because, like, I want to fucking continue this and see what happens, but, like, I think I'm going to end this here. It's a good point to stop. So, yeah. An extra long episode for you guys to enjoy. Yeah, so next time, like, this is Karen dead? Is my thick instructor dead? Because if she is, I have nothing else to live for. I really don't. Oh man, I hope she's not dead. But yeah, like, I guess, yeah, they cliffhanged our asses. You know, we got so cliffhanged there. Ah, man, I really want to find out what happens, but we're gonna have to wait until when we come back to see what happens. But yeah, holy shit. I guess things are starting to pick up now, in terms of, like, the climactic clash of the ages. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this as usual. And when we come back, we will tackle chapter 11, and I'm guessing that we're nearing the end of the game, so there's not much left to go. But I do plan on doing Ambition of the Illuminous. I hope it's, like, I hope I can do it, is what I'm trying to say, because, like, hopefully it's not too different from this game, otherwise I'm going to have to set everything up again. But, like, it should be okay. I'm guessing it's basically, it's just an expansion pack, right? So it's basically the same game, so we shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, that was nice. That was a nice little kind of, like, return back to this. Like I said, it'd been a while since I've played this. Also, you might notice that, like, my mic is quieter now, and the reason for that is because, like, in between, like, episodes, right, at some point, the software that I use to record this and all of my other playthroughs, OBS, right, like, it updated and it kind of changed things. And one of the things it changed was that, like, it made my mic louder, right? So, like, my settings were still the same, but my mic had been boosted, right? And so, like, I figured that out in between episodes, because I was wondering why, like, at one point, like, my recordings were fine, right? You know, there was no clipping in them, but, like, eventually, like, my recording started to get more clipping in them, like my voice, and it was kind of becoming a bit too, like, you know, loud. And I was wondering why that was, but, like, I finally figured it out, and it was because, like, OBS changed, like, the sound levels, basically, like, as I updated it. And so, like, I recalibrated everything, and, you know, and it's a bit quieter, so, like, I'm hoping that that's not an issue, but, like, at the very least, it's not clipping anymore, so that's the reason for that, right? So, but, like, you know, I'll try and figure things, like, I'll listen back to these and see how they are. They should be okay, but, like, yeah, I thought I would mention that. But yeah, so, oh boy. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or anything like that, then feel free to leave them. And if you liked this, feel free to drop me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. But then, why are you watching this video, I guess? But, you know, whatever. You know, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, so cool. When we come back, we'll tackle chapter 11. And until then, guys, I hope you're having a good one. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay inspired, and stay hopeful. And yeah, keep going, whatever it is you're doing. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Watch this space. Yeah, and I'll be back with some more PSU Dark Souls Edition Ultimate Helmet Challenge. Until then, guys, I love you. Oh boy. And peace out. See you guys.